Hey everybody, I am Tammy. I'm the Siberian Wind. I'm not in my studio if you can tell. I am getting ready to go in at the ballpark because we've got another baseball game going on. I will be live later in my studio, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, every Sunday evening. So I got tagged by Donnell over at Donnell Stitchery. So I've got a few questions I've got to answer, and I'm going to ask one of my own, and I get to tag a few people. Okay, so my favorite color, you guys know this one. It is purple. It is hands down, it is purple. Favorite fabric designer, I don't really have one. I tend to go with a collection at a time. So I really love the ombre gelatos. I love, I've picked up some Moda fabrics. I've picked up Robert Kaufman. Those tend to be like kind of my go-tos, but I'm not necessarily designer specific. I do tend to go with Moda and Kaufman as what I gravitate towards, and then also batiks. But I don't have a specific designer. I do really want to see some Sherry and Chelsea design fabrics, but if it's still off in the distance, I'm okay for right now. I've got a lot to work with, so it is what it is. Favorite snack, you guys know, or you should know if you know my channel. I have everlasting gobstoppers. This box is empty because I just emptied it into my bag to take into the ballpark with me. I usually have them hanging around if I'm going to be sitting for a long period of time, driving a long distance, sewing, you name it. I tend to have those handy. Aside from that, it would probably be like plain Ruffles, potato chips. That would be my kind of favorite snack. My go-to block, I really don't have one, but I've been doing a lot with half square triangles lately. So I'd probably have to say, half square triangles. It's not really, I don't use it as a whole block. I use it as building blocks to make a block, and I like the versatility of playing with them. TV quilter, past or present that I would love to meet, I'd have to go with Rob Appel. And it's not, any one specific reason. I've got a lot that I really want to meet. But I've seen him on YouTube. I watched him, doing a lot of different things. And I know he packs a lot of energy. So I don't know how long I could handle hanging out with him. But I really would kind of enjoy getting to see if what I see on YouTube and what I see on TV, whatever, if that matches what I'm picking up from the TV. So that's kind of why I want to meet him. Time of day to sew, really any time of the day, it doesn't really matter. But I do, in a perfect world, if I didn't have obligations, didn't have, everything else going on, I tend to be a nighttime sewer. I'm a night owl. And so I get a lot of zen time, and I get a lot of, where I can zone in and just listen to the music that I've got going and just really get in tune with my fabric, and my ideas do tend to come to me when it is nighttime like that. Where do I store my fabric? All of my fabric is, from fat quarters and up, is wrapped on comic book boards or magazine boards, and it is stacked vertically like books on a bookshelf. My scraps are stored in bins, plastic bins, or plastic drawers. Just depends on what it is and how much of it I've got. And that's just because that's the space I've got right now. How long have I been sewing or quilting? Sewing, I have been sewing over 30 years. I started before I was 10, so I don't have an exact year. If we go with the date that my mom gave my husband for my Christmas present of when my quilting room was established, so to speak, we're looking at 22 years. Or no, 32 years. I'm sorry, 32 years. It's been a while. Quilting, I've only been quilting for about 20 of those years. Actually, yeah, we're about 20. We're 19 years right now. I started in 2005. So yeah, about 19 years. And then I get to ask one of my own questions, you guys. What should I ask? Okay. Do you press your seams open, or do you press them to one side? If the pattern doesn't tell you which one you're pressing to, do you have a preference, and why do you have that preference? Why is what you do what you do? Why is it? So I'm going to tag 3. All right, so first up is going to be Laura Lynn. I don't know if you've been tagged yet over at Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. Laura Lynn, you are tagged. Your turn. Kathy at My Hobby Home, you are tagged now, ma'am. I would love to hear your answers. I'm excited to see what your answers are going to be. And Kimberly over at Pajama Quilter, I really want to hear your ideas on and your answers. So you have now been tagged, ladies. Thank you for participating. Thank you for tagging me, Donnell. Y'all have a great afternoon. I will see you guys tonight. Bye.